Hello children. Okay, in the last video what did we study? Yes, you all are missing your school. So we had gone back to school. And what did we see in the last video? Why do you go to school? You go to school to learn many different things, many new things you learn to school. Then we saw a play school. A play school is a school for small children where they enjoy, they play, they run and they just do whatever they like to do. Some children, if they feel sleepy, they sleep there. Okay, they bring their lunch box, their bottle and they just enjoy and have fun. They play games. After that we saw when you go to school, what do you wear? You wear your uniform. Whenever you go to school, you have to wear your full uniform and you have to be punctual to school. You should never reach late to school. You should be always on time. After that we saw, yes, park. We have a very nice, very big park in our school and you all have visited that park. Okay, there are many rides. There is a big fountain. Yes. Okay, now today we will see which are the different places in a school. What is this? Classroom. Here you can see the children are sitting so nicely, quietly they are sitting and they are sitting straight. When you sit on a bench, you have to put your back straight. You don't have to lay down this way. Some children sit this way. These are not good habits. This is not the correct way to sit in the class. And you can see these girls, these children, they are raising their hand. That means when the teacher is teaching, after that she asks some questions. So you should not shout all at a time. If all shout at the time, teacher will not be able to hear. She will not understand what you are saying. Even if your answer is correct, teacher will not understand because all the children are speaking at a time. So whenever any question is asked in the classroom, you just have to raise your hand, stand up quietly and then you have to give the answer. Here you can see again teacher is asking some question. She is teaching multiplication tables and then she is asking the question. The children are raising their hand. Then teacher asks one child. Turn by turn she asks each child. So children, where do you sit and study? You study in a classroom. And who teaches you in the classroom? Teacher teaches you in the classroom. Who writes on the blackboard? Teacher writes on the blackboard. So children, again I am revising. Who teaches you in the class? A teacher teaches you in the class. And where do you sit and study? You sit and study in a classroom. So hope this classroom is clear. You sit and study in the classroom. When any question is asked, you have to give the answer together. No, you have to raise your hand one by one. Teacher will ask, she will come to you or wherever she is standing, she will call out your name. You have to stand up and then you have to give the answer. Next, this is computer lab. Have you seen computer lab in our school? Yes, you all have visited. Yes, okay. What do you learn in computer lab? Yes, you learn computer, how to operate computer. See, here the children are sitting. So many computers are here. And here one big screen is there. The teacher teaches on the screen and children have to see on their screen. Okay, so here this is like a TV. The computer screen is like a TV. Then you have a keyboard. In that numbers are there, different keys are there. Alphabets are there, then up and down arrow keys are there, then number keys are there. All these different things are there on the keyboard. If you want to write in a book, you use a pencil to write. When you want to erase something, you use your eraser to erase it. But here in the computer, you cannot write with a pencil. You cannot erase with a eraser. This keyboard is there On that keys are there, alphabets are there. Whatever you want to write, you have to press those keys and then here it will be shown on the screen. One delete key is there, one key is there by which you can erase it. By mistake, if you have touched some other button, other key, then what will happen? How you will erase it? With the eraser? No. A delete key is there that you have to press it, and whatever you have typed with by a mistake, that will be erased. So children, this is a computer lab and you study in computer in a computer lab. Next, this is a library. What is a library? A library is a place where different kinds of books and many books are arranged in different cupboards or on different shelves. There are story books, there are magazines, there are books for science, there are books for Gujarati, different books are there. There are books for grammar and composition, essay, all the variety of books you get in a library. So a library is a place where you can sit and study. If you have a library period, you have to go to the library, whichever book you want to study or whichever story book you want to read, then you have to ask the librarian. The in charge, the person who takes care of the library is called a librarian. The in charge of the library is called a librarian. So suppose you are going to a library, you want to read one story book. So first you have to go to the librarian, you have to tell that, sir or ma'am, please, I want this book, will you please give me? Then they will search in the cupboard, they will see in the shelf. If the book is there, they have to note down in their notebook. They will write your name, they will write the date, they will write the name of the book, and then they will give to read. After you finish reading, again you have to return that book to the librarian. You cannot take that book to home. You have not purchased that book, you have not bought that book. You have taken from the librarian for a short time. So you have to return back that book to the librarian. So library, you can see all the children are sitting very quietly because all the children are reading, all the children are studying. All don't come simply to read storybook. Some children, they come to do their studies also. At home they don't have book. In the library we can, all the books are available. We can get all the books. So some children come in the library to do their studies. So whenever you visit a library, you have to sit quietly. If you have got a book to read, you have to read quietly. You don't have to talk with each other. You don't have to simply run here and there and make noise. So what is a library? A library is a place where there are different kinds of books and there are many books. We can sit and read or study in a library. We should keep silence in the library. In the library, you are not allowed to make noise. You have to sit very quietly and you have to study. Next is auditorium. Now what is an auditorium? Have you all gone to an auditorium? In our school, we have a big auditorium. See, what is an auditorium? Yes, auditorium is a big hall. Whenever any program is there or whenever any competition is there, whether it is a storytelling competition or dance competition, fancy dress competition, any competition is there, then all the children, they gather in the auditorium, and the participants, those who are going to dance, those who are going to sing, or those who are going to take part in fancy dress competition, they go on the stage. A stage is there in front and children sit this side In front of them the big stage is there where the different kinds of programs are done. In auditorium also the children have to sit quietly. If some children are not taking part, they have to watch, they have to listen properly what the children are saying, those who are standing on the stage, those who are performing on the stage, what are they saying? They have to listen, so that next time if these children want to take part, they can take part. If they are talking with each other or if they are laughing at others, they will not learn anything, they will not listen what the performers are doing. So children, when you visit an auditorium, you have to sit quietly, you have to listen what the participants are saying, what the participants are doing. You can get ideas from there. Okay. So children, auditorium is a place where children gather when any function is there, when any competition is there, or when any program is there. And this is an audio visual room. Have you visited audio visual room? Do you know what is audio visual room? Yes. See, here the children are sitting and the big TV is there. A big screen is there on which the children are taught. Suppose a lesson is there about a story, any story is there, and the teacher wants to teach you a story. She will explain you in the lesson, in the class, she will explain you in the class, she will teach you, and then you are taken to the auditorium so that you can see live on that. The characters may be cartoon or any characters which are performing, which are doing that story. With the characters which are in the story, those characters are shown here and you can see. So an AV room is a room which has a big screen on which you can see the lesson, you can understand, you can study the lesson properly. So children, in these videos, in this video what did we see? Different places in a school. We saw a classroom where you have to sit quietly. If the teacher is not there, you don't have to run here and there, you don't have to jump on the bench. Then next we saw a library. In library also you have to sit quietly. A library is a place where lots and lots of books are there, different kinds of books are there, where you have to sit quietly, you have to keep silence and read the books. After that we saw auditorium. Auditorium is a place where children gather, the whole school children, all the children of all the different classes, they gather in the auditorium and they watch the program. It can be any celebration, it can be competition, or it can be any other program. And last we saw audio visual room. Audio visual room is a room where children are brought here, and on this big screen you can you can learn the lesson. Okay children? So in next part we will see other different places in a school. Okay? Thank you.